Israeli football fan culture has strong ultra-nationalist and racist components, as it openly advocates the superiority of the Jewish race, while denigrating Arabs as racially inferior. The fans of two football clubs in particular, Maccabi Tel Aviv and Beitar Jerusalem, are particularly notorious for expressing such ultra-nationalist and racist views. Such fanatical fans are known as ultras. The most notorious of the two is the fan group of the Beitar Jerusalem club, known as La Familia, who specialize in street fights, for the Israeli far right. Founded in 2005, La Familia is known for its anti-Arab sentiments and maintains a strong connection to nationalist politics. La Familia primarily consists of Sephardic and Mizrahi Jews, that is, descendants of those who left Arab countries. La Familia has become infamous for its violent behavior and racist chants during matches and protests. La Familia aligns closely with Israel's far-right political movements. Its members have been involved in various demonstrations, in support of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and in opposition to left-wing activists. La Familia members are known for their aggressive rhetoric, often targeting journalists and Arab citizens during protests. The group has a notorious reputation for racism, particularly regarding their opposition to Arab players joining Beitar Jerusalem. This stance has led to significant incidents, including the arson of club offices in response to the signing of Muslim players in 2013. La Familia chants often include derogatory references to Arabs, which stem from their ideology of Jewish racial purity. La Familia's influence extends beyond football. They have become a symbol of the intersection between sports and political extremism in Israel. Their actions often reflect broader societal tensions within the country, particularly regarding issues of identity and nationalism. La Familia members are staunch nationalists who advocate for a Jewish-only state. They have a history of opposing the signing of Arab players to Beitar Jerusalem, famously declaring that the club should stay forever pure, and have engaged in violent protests against the signing of Muslim players. For example, their more common chants include, "Death to Arabs," "This is the Jewish state," "I hate all Arabs," and "We hate all Arabs." La Familia has been involved in numerous violent incidents, including attacks on journalists and Arab citizens during protests. Their actions often serve as a form of street-level intimidation, against those they perceive as threats to their nationalist agenda. For instance, they invaded a hospital under the false pretense that a Hamas operative was being treated there, leading to chaos and violence within the facility. Their identity as supporters is not only tied to football, but also to a broader cultural and political struggle within Israeli society. Over recent years, the views espoused by La Familia have gained traction within certain segments of Israeli society, reflecting a shift towards more extreme nationalist sentiments becoming normalized. This has been evident in their increasing visibility at protests and their connections with right-wing political figures who support or condone their actions. Thus, La Familia embodies a blend of extreme nationalism, anti-Arab racism, and violent activism that aligns closely with Israel's far-right political landscape. All this has deeply affected Israeli football culture. La Familia has made racist behavior and anti-Arab sentiment a prominent feature of Beitar Jerusalem's matches. Their chants have become infamous, leading to fines and sanctions against the club from the Israel Football Association. Despite these penalties, the group's actions have persisted, indicating a troubling normalization of racism in Israeli sport. The group's history of violence, including arson and physical assaults against perceived enemies, has created a hostile environment, not just for players, but also for fans and officials. Incidents such as attacking journalists or disrupting matches with violent protests have marred the reputation of Israeli football and deterred many from attending games. La Familia remains active in both football and political spheres. Recent incidents include attempts to confront medical facilities treating Hamas members, following the 2023 Israel-Hamas conflict, demonstrating their ongoing involvement in politically charged situations. In 2022, Israeli Defense Minister Benny Gantz called for La Familia to be declared a terrorist organization, citing their involvement in violence against Arabs. This designation has not been officially implemented. This ultras group has drawn condemnation from international organizations, including the United Arab Emirates, Jordan, and Turkey, but nothing from the West. Additionally, they have participated in violent protests against perceived threats to Jewish symbols and values, further entrenching their role as a militant supporter group within Israeli society. La Familia represents a significant aspect of the cultural and political landscape in Israel, highlighting the complexities of nationalism, identity, and sport within the country. Their activities illustrate the intersection of sports culture and political extremism in contemporary Israel.